Well, I finished off a video yesterday arriving here at Little Haywood. I'm going to start today's video off from here at Little Haywood, and I'm just going to head down today to Rugeley if it stays dry. 28 degrees yesterday. It says it's 21. It probably is. It's very cloudy. No sun to be seen anywhere. But we're going to make a move. They do give the chance of rain later on this afternoon. I should be at Rugeley well before then. Unless I've got it wrong, of course. There's been a few boats gone down this morning. I've had to push the boat off the bank with the barge pole. I'm just reversing back to get nicely into the middle of the canal so I can get around the boat in front of me. The water level dropped overnight. Well, it's dropped when the boats have gone through this morning. There's the lock above. Less water comes from that lock and goes out in the next one. So I was sat on the bottom. I was sat on the mud. So we're off now. Now we can go cruising. Well, that's not good. I just set off. I can feel some dampness in the air. Perhaps I shouldn't have moved. Oh well. We'll see what happens. I can always stop again. If you stop here in your boat at Little Haywood, this is bridge 72. If you walk up to the left as we're looking at the bridge right now to the village, there's two pubs up there, both very friendly. They don't really do food. You'll only get like a roll or some snacks in there. But yeah, two good pubs though, very friendly, as I say, proper pubs. Well worth a visit. But if I was you, I'd eat before going up there if you wanted to have food. When I was a kid growing up, we used to call this giant rhubarb. I think it's Gunnera, I think its name is. Yeah. Very large leaves. Chocolate, anyone? There is really something about this row of cottages I really love. Well, I'm thinking this lock's going to be slow that I'm approaching right now. I can see a cover over the ground paddle. So yeah, that's not so good. Oh well. I'm not in a hurry. Unless it rains. There's a boat waiting to go down in front of me as well. Looks like there's a boat in the lock. I'm not sure. Definitely a boat waiting to go down anyway. Get on down there and see what's going on, I guess. Well, once again, very kindly, a couple on the boat coming up, or a few on the boat coming up, are doing the lock for me. Absolutely brilliant. This is my only lock of the day. Thank you very much indeed. I appreciate your help. And enjoy the rest of your holiday.
Well, have a nice day.
picture in my mind an old rural farm. This is exactly what I see.
Morning.
This house here, or whatever it is, big mansion or hotel, whatever it is, just have a big wall all the way along here. Now it's all open. I believe this property was up for sale the last time I came past here. Nice to see someone's bought it that likes boats. Yes, of course, this is my country retreat. House with mooring for sale. The bridge there is across the River Trent, and there's a very large pub over there. I haven't been there for donkey's years. It used to do very good food. I assume it still does. You get quite a nice glimpse of the River Trent here. How close it is to the canal. It's very dormant today. Hardly a flow. When I came up in February, March time, it was definitely flowing, shall we say. And it was well up the bank. In fact, in places, it was flooding the bank. Not this side, the other side. Well, quite amazingly, after all the rain we've had this year, the canal's not quite full. It's not wearing over. Every time I come past here, something new has happened. All new concrete slabs, and it looks like there's some new buildings at the back. Fields of potatoes there in flower. And here's more of those potatoes. And the next field's got potatoes in as well. Yes, potatoes, 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 and more potatoes. I'm just approaching the winding hole now before we get to Rugeley. Before we go down and go across the River Trent. And here is that said winding hole. This is a turnover bridge we're just approaching. Although we do have a tow path on both sides now, all the way down to the River Trent. So this is bridge 68, as you can see, we're just going under. Well, it doesn't seem that long ago, the turnover bridge we went under, which was bridge 100, when we left Barlston. It's only a video ago or two. Well, I think this boat must be permanently moored here. Although I didn't realise it was a permanent mooring. I'm sure this boat was here a year ago when I came up this way. Well, this is unusual. There's no boats moored on this stretch on either bank. Normally we see boats on both banks as we approach the aqueduct to go across the River Trent. Yeah, this is normally very popular mooring along this little stretch here. And it's been kept cut and there's rings. And this side too is also normally very popular. So I'm now just crossing the River Trent. There's still quite a flow on the river. This is the area where we see the swans nesting every year. Of course, they've fled the nest already this year. this is now the outskirts of Rugeley. I've got about another 15 minutes before I'm moor up, or it should be around that sort of time. And I'm glad, because I just felt the odd spot of rain in the air. It's a fig tree. There's a very nice house here. I can't recall ever seeing the swimming pool there before. I assume that's quite new. When I go under the next bridge, which is just up around the corner here, which is just about in sight, I will be looking for somewhere to moor up. There's all new moorings along that stretch now. It used to be almost impossible to moor because of the rocks on the side, but now it's all Armco, and there's rings on a lot of it as well. So I'll probably get about 3/4 of the way down and trying to moor up. If it looks extremely busy, I will moor up as soon as I see a spot. And this is going to be the end of the video when we get here at Rugeley. Yes, I know it's quite a short video today, but sometimes it works out that way. It's a sensible place to end this video at Rugeley, because I'm going to stay here for a few days, get all my shopping up together again before I move on. Well, that just leaves me to say, thanks very much for watching. Trevor out.